BTC and ETH are making a move, but what about the alts? We'll talk XRP and the price of some of our favorites. SEC XRP Ripple case. Does Torres need to sign off? Ooh, a hot one for you. We'll talk that along with...
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
And I just had a bowl of Cheerios. Well, not a whole bowl. I had like 2/3 of a bowl. And my dog Ray, yeah, she ate about 1/3 of it. Now, before we get into the crypto news like hot, open interest for XRP, along with ETH and BTC making a run here. You know the deal. You, the viewer, matter most. That's why I share your comments at the beginning of the video. Can't stop, won't stop, says Austin316. Says that's the new floor. Can I get a hell yeah? Well done. Got some wrestling fans in the house. I know I do. If my wife were here, she would be saying hell yeah. P. Shivers Dart says, ooh, stop holding us hostage with the James Brown stunt double. Talking about Maxine, also dropping support on the channel. Thank you so much. Have a juicy bong rip on me, player. Choo choo, my guy. Love the attitude and love the Monday support. Monday bong rips? Love it. Dan Dazelle says, I'm already subscribed, now I'm blind. I know. Lizzie Warren can have that effect on a man, making the wang look like a turtle head shrinking in the shell. Last thing I'll ever see is Maxine Waters and Lizzie Warren. Thanks, Klaus. You're welcome, Dan. Best thing I can do to make the head go away, right, guys, gals? Let's get into it. BTC was ripping at 120,000 when I did my intro. ETH 42.90. Now, that's what we got to ask ourselves. Is ETH going to take the alts on a run? What's going to happen to the alts? Will the alts rotate after ETH when we get the new modified version of the Clarity Act going on? That's what I'm asking you today. Ethereum surge shift the focus to the altcoins as speculation heats up. Ethereum's recent surge, driven by institutional ETF inflows, has sparked increased market confidence in potential altcoin season. Well, let's take a look at those inflows. ETH is represented by blue. You can see there's been some big blue chunks here as of late. In fact, there's been some times where we've seen ETH have inflows while BTC has outflows. So if you think XRP gets the hate from the maxis, you know ETH gets the hate from the maxis as well. In fact, here's another day right here. The 4th of August. ETH had inflows, BTC had outflows. So ETH getting some loves from the big money. So we got institutional inflows. We got ETH breaking the $4,000 mark. Look at that. But we've seen this happen before. ETH breaks that 4 and then, yep, profit taking. Volume for ETH, insane. I mean, like institutional, locked up in the cracker factory. Your arms are wrapped around your body. You're shaking like a glass of water on a chair. 46 billion in volume. So is ETH going to lead the charge for the alts, or is ETH kind of its own thing? Are we kind of looking at the market in 3 different ways? You got BTC, you got ETH, and then you got the alts. Because think, BTC's got the free pass, we know that. The alts really don't. The alts still get kind of bent over with the idea that we don't have regs yet. And then you got ETH, this kind of weird, like in the middle thing where it's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of got the pass, but at the same time, people are like, does it really have the pass? Yeah, it really does. So that's ETH for you. Broader look across the crypto market sees what? Volume bonkersville. Based on what? BTC, like I said, getting to that 120,000 mark. ETH making a run. The crypto market volume right now, $204 billion. Let's keep learning, everyone. Taco Bell. XRP's futures open interest surpasses 1 billion on Binance. On just Binance. XRP recently surpassed 1 billion in open interest on Binance, reflecting heightened trading activity as investors respond to recent developments. How about the fact that the SEC case is done? Or is it? Because what about Torres? Does Torres have to sign off on it? We'll talk about that. Open interest is the total number of outstanding derivative contracts that have not yet been settled. XRP's open interest on Binance surpassed 1 billion. Increase of market activity. We've got the case. We've got Ripple purchasing Rail for 200 million. Got a lot going on there. So Ripple does some juicy ecosystem stuff that spills over into open interest for XRP. That helps us out. Keeps us keeps us hot and spicy, naughty, relevant. XRP versus Bitcoin. Let's talk about that. We talked about ETH. Let's talk about Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin in the salmon color, XRP in blue, with a 1 year chart. Bitcoin up 100%, XRP up 460%, and that's in the 1 year. What about 1 month? BTC up about 2.5%, XRP up 16%, that's the 1 month. 7 day, they look about the same, but the 1 year tells the story. XRP big mega gains. Let's go back and learn some more. XRP is showing signs of breaking out versus BTC in the third quarter of 2025. Yeah, we're noticing that. Look at this. Look at this sharp right move right here. You can see clear as day. From July 1st on, really making a dramatic move. Granted, BTC's kind of got that slow and steady growth going on. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But XRP's sharp move right here. We see it. We're paying attention to you. XRP volume. Crazy. 7.8 billion. Not crazy like in a mental institution. Crazy medicated under control right now. You don't take your meds, you might have some problems. That's where we're at with XRP volume. Now let's go to that SEC Ripple case. Both sides have agreed to not do any further appeals. Both sides have agreed to kind of do what they agreed to do in the first place with the penalties. Does Torres have to sign off? Lawyer slams trending speculation about Ripple's lawsuit. Now, there's a hidden message to this. That hidden message is some knob gobblers out there that say that Torres needs to get final approval and that such a move could push XRP to $5. See, that's the hopium play. The reality is Torres doesn't have to do anything. Why? Because Bill Morgan already said the truth. Bill Morgan said that, guess what? Torres doesn't have to do anything. That this is just gossip and BS. There's nothing left to do as the court is concerned. Ripple already paid the money. Remember, that money was in escrow. So it's done. Neither side is going to do their appeal. That's done. Torres has already said what the penalty. She's good with that. Done, 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 and done, and done, and done. What is this all about? This is all about hopium. False hopium, because there's nothing left. Bill Morgan talked about it. However, lawyer Bill Morgan publicly dismissed the suggestion, saying that the case was already concluded and Judge Torres has no further role to play. His answer directly opposed the gossip-making rounds, tried to explain that there was nothing left to do as far as court action was concerned. Like I said, it's all hopium about that $5 price push. Speaking of XRP price, we're doing really good, aren't we? We're at $3.20 right now. $3 floor, I feel damn confident about it. Volume is strong. Open interest is strong. XRP to BTC looks strong. We've seen XRP since the third quarter look really, really strong. XRP for the 1 year looks strong. ETH is making a move, which is good for the alts. ETH looks strong. Now, as long as the ETH correction doesn't impact the alts and bring them on down, we're good with that. I'm great with how the market looks right now. I think a lot of people were expecting some higher action with the case conclusion, but guess what? We all knew the case was over, so where was the news there? Oh, that's right. It was the hopium play. Just like these knob gobblers and morons and fucktards out there saying, oh, Torres has to sign off. That's where the $5 come from. No, you morons. That's the hopium pumpers out there. They deal the bad stuff. I deal the good, bad, happy, or sad news. So what have we learned today, kids? Well, we've learned that hopium is a disgusting thing, and it's all based on misinformation and clickeronis. Yeah, I think a lot of the hopium pumpers out there probably just bought at the tip, so they're just trying to spread whatever they can just to get the price up there, or they're just seriously just fucking retards. Either way, just clearing it up for you. Look, nothing Torres has got left to do. Ripple, SEC, they're done with the stuff. They're not going ahead with their appeals. Ripple already paid the fine. It's been in escrow for well over a year right now. But the good news is this. ETH is making a run, which is good for alts. The alts still got plenty of action left on the table. As long as ETH doesn't bring down the alts when ETH gets the sell-off, and hopefully ETH doesn't have the sell-off because ETH has been a laggard, so it'd be cool to have that happen. So as long as ETH doesn't poop itself and then take the alts with it, then hey, we're good to go with that action. BTC moving helps us as well because we know, yes, a rising tide rises all ships or raises all ships, so we're good there. August is a crap month for big macro events, so as long as we're holding strong price highs, we're good there. So positive news. I mean, what the hell else do you want from me? I've got a green shirt on. The reason I don't have the green rally lights is it doesn't help the glow of my skin that much. You know, it doesn't make me look as like hot and youthful. You know what I mean? Like when I go to the club to pick up the feminitas. No, I'm a crypto news guy, and that's why I don't bring the hopium. I bring what's good, bad, happy, or sad for you all days of the week. That being said, CPI data is going to be coming out in a couple days. Seriously, I don't expect much from it. Why? Because you'll have another CPI data report before the Fed meets again. So it's like you're going to have already an updated report by the time they meet again. So what's the point of this one? So unless this one totally sucks, you know, then I don't expect much of it. So yeah, you got that. Other than that, not too much is going on. I'll keep you updated. Choo what? Well, here, I'll put the lights on. You'll see them flashing behind me. You know what the sign says, so say it with me. But just know that it's behind me in spirit. Well, not in spirit. It's actually physically behind me. But maybe it's like in spirit, like, you know, in the screen, you just don't see it. Choo what? Choo Biznachos? No. Choo bitches? Maybe. Choo jabronis? Yeah, we'll go with that one today. Choo jabronis.